literally doing. It's fine.
We are interested in Morris dancing. Of course, we're talking about something which is very, very old. The traditions, I'm sure, go back to prehistory. But what you actually see nowadays is something which is probably 14th, 15th century, because it's quite sophisticated dancing. But the original tradition behind it, the prehistoric fertility traditions of Morris dancing particularly, goes back into prehistory. The sword dancing was a midwinter dance. It was to encourage the sun to return every year, and so we always managed to perform this dance on New Year's morning in Monkseaton village to bring back the sun, and so far it's always worked, so we're quite pleased about that.
And how long has the Monkseaton group been going?
Monkseaton Morris Men were founded in 1955, so next year's our 60th anniversary. I've just been talking to one of our first members who lives here in Morpeth. She just came across and talked to me. I was asking her if she could remember and write down for me some of the earliest memories she has of the team, because I'm starting to write the history of the team and what we did. We've been, over the years, we have travelled a long way. We've toured most of Europe, Scandinavia. Our most exciting trip was to Hong Kong and Bangkok back in 1982. Spent a fortnight dancing in there. And we've also been to the States a couple of times. Dancing for the Folk Moot USA. They copied our Tyne and Weir Folk Moot. They asked us if we'd go back and help them with their first one in 1984. And our first visit to the States was in 1970, where we drove 3,000 miles in hired cars around the Midwest of America. And that was an experience, I can tell you.
What does it take to be a Morris dancer?
A certain degree of idiocy, I think. You've got to be fit. When I look back at what we were doing, we were putting on a 2-hour theatre performance of traditional dance and song back in the 1780s. And we were young, fit, very fit, being able to do a back somersault if you're doing the rapper sword, and just be interested in our own traditional dancing, which is the equal of anything that you see anywhere else in the world.
And although you're called the Monkseaton Morris Men, are there women involved as well?
Certainly. Our full title is Monkseaton Morris Men and Folk Dance Club. And we're one of the few teams in the country who can put on and sustain a theatre performance of all the traditional dances of England, not just the men's ritual dances, but also the country dances. In fact, we were performing last summer at a church fete in Northumberland. A couple of men came over and said, "Will you actually dance with the team in Liverpool? We've watched you, and it would take us 3 separate teams to get together to put on the show that you've just done with your single team." So I was quite pleased about that.
And what's the sort of age range of people who do Morris dancing, and what sort of jobs do they do in day-to-day life?
Well, like myself, I was a teacher, now retired. Local government officers, pretty well anybody is the job titles of people that are involved. The age range can stretch, in our team, stretches from 23 to a little older than that, in my case, 1 or 2 years older.
And are you always looking for new members?
Always looking for younger men, looking for the men in and women in their 20s, maybe 30s. It's getting very hard to do. Like most groups now, they find it hard to recruit younger people. But we're definitely on the lookout for younger teams, younger people who've been involved. We've been invited to a Tennessee festival next summer, and we are very short of ladies. We could do with another couple of ladies to join us.